If this is what you want, go out and get it. Don't slow down and don't look back.
Next story.
WashingtonPost.com. Married couple looks for reasons to become parents amidst uncertain future. June Cleaver.
4 to 5 minutes.
In a world grappling with the daunting realities of climate change and its cascading effects, the decision to bring a child into the world is fraught with uncertainty. For one married couple, this existential dilemma has become a pressing concern, prompting them to question the very notion of parenthood in an era shadowed by impending environmental catastrophes and societal upheaval.
Jake and Emily Thompson, residents of a bustling urban center, find themselves at a crossroads familiar to many prospective parents in the modern age. The allure of starting a family, once a cornerstone of the American dream, now competes with a bleak narrative of impending doom fueled by climate scientists and dystopian media portrayals.
We've always imagined having children, confides Emily, a marketing executive, as she sips her coffee in the cozy confines of their apartment. But lately, it feels like we're gambling on whether it is even possible they could have a bright future. What kind of world are we bringing them into? I have a recurring nightmare of my future son and a brute circling each other with a knife in one hand and a club in the other, fighting over the last can of tomatoes.
The Thompsons' apprehensions are not unfounded. With climate change accelerating at an alarming pace, projections of rising sea levels, desertification, and the ensuing humanitarian crisis paint a grim picture of the decades to come. The specter of mass migrations, civil strife, pandemics, and wars looms large, casting a shadow over even the most mundane discussions about family planning.
For me, it's not just about the environment. Jake, a software engineer, interjects. It's about the kind of life our children would lead. Will they have access to clean water? Will there be cheese doodles? Will they breathe polluted air? Will they grow up in a world torn apart by conflict? These are the questions that keep me up at night.
Also, maybe the most responsible choice we can make to do our part to fight climate change is to not have children, Jake continued. But that's max of working to make the world a better place for other people to live in, and I'm just not that altruistic.
Indeed, the prospect of raising a child amidst a backdrop of societal collapse and ecological devastation is a daunting one. While previous generations may have procreated out of inertia or cultural expectations, today's parents are acutely aware of the challenges awaiting future generations.
It's not like the past, reflects Emily, her voice tinged with a sense of resignation. Back then, people didn't have access to the same level of information. They weren't bombarded with news of impending disaster on a daily basis. Ignorance may have been bliss, but now we can't escape the reality of what's coming.
The couple's concerns are mirrored in a growing trend of prospective parents questioning the wisdom of bringing children into a world teetering on the brink of catastrophe. Surveys indicate a change in attitudes towards parenthood, with an increasing number of young adults expressing hesitance or outright aversion to starting families in the face of uncertain times.
Climate anxiety is real, acknowledges Dr. Sarah Reynolds, a psychologist specializing in environmental psychology. Many of my clients grapple with feelings of guilt and despair over the prospect of bringing children into a world fraught with ecological peril. It's a profound existential crisis that requires careful navigation.
For the Thompsons, the decision to delay parenthood indefinitely hangs heavy in the air, overshadowing their once rosy aspirations for a family of their own. The specter of a Mad Max-style world depicted in dystopian movies feels uncomfortably close, casting a pall over their hopes for a brighter future.
We're not ruling out the possibility of children altogether, Jake muses, his gaze fixed on the distant horizon. But for now, we're taking it one day at a time. We want to be sure that if we do decide to become parents, it's for the right reasons, not out of blind optimism or societal pressure.
In a world where the future seems increasingly uncertain, the Thompsons' journey serves as a poignant reminder of the complex considerations at play in the decision to become parents. As they grapple with their own fears and uncertainties, they join a growing chorus of voices calling for a re-evaluation of traditional notions of family and parenthood in the face of unprecedented global challenges.